Hey guys, Alex from Motorcycles Vancouver, and I'm here with Dimitri for Kawasaki.
Yes, sir.
So Dimitri, tell us what brings you to the Abbotsford Motorcycle Show.
Motorcycles Vancouver.
Yeah, I got a job in September at a local dealer in
Spunkies,
Parksville.
yeah.
I've been a customer there for 11 years, and then boss man phones me up, says, "Hey, I want a job." I'm not going to say no to that, so there you go, right?
Right, and so you're here representing Kawasaki
Absolutely.
at the show.
Absolutely.
So what have you been doing most of the time here so far at the trade show?
Well, mostly I've been limping around the Vulcan S's.
Limping around, yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Having some adventures on his KLR last week.
Yeah, that was a good time.
So we're still recovering. Hey, I know
Yeah.
all about that one.
Yeah, could have been worse. Luckily, it was on the KLR, not something a little heavier.
Yes,
But-
or like Eric's brand new FZ07, which he keeps laying down for whatever reason.
That's a beautiful ride. Why would you do that?
2015 I don't know, new rider, man. You should have got a KLR, put a kit on it with some ammo box.
And they
ammo
look better
box.
with scratches.
They do look better with scratches.
It gives them character.
It's the only bike I'd like to kick over. So let's talk about the 2015 KLR. Tell me what's going on here. What's different this year? What's the same?
So this year, generally, we've got two major differences.
Okay.
We've got a new seat, which is tapered a little bit more than the old one, which is fat right up to the top.
Yep.
Which means when you're sitting up front, you don't have to be quite so tall to be reaching the ground because you're not over the seat.
Yep.
And yet, when you move back, you get the wider seat. So, my issue on my older model KLR is when I'm riding, after about 300K, I'm like, man,
Right.
I am uncomfortable, and I try to adjust, but the whole seat's the same width.
Right.
Here you can adjust. It's all putting weight on different parts, so you last a little bit longer, which means you can actually last as long as your range before you have to stop.
So
right?
you can enjoy it off-road and now enjoy it a little more on-road too.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
The
Okay,
other-
what else have they done?
The other change is now, I don't know all the spec sides,
Nice.
but we have changed the suspension.
Yes.
So we've stiffened these springs. We've got heavier gauge oil in the front, in the forks, which is kind of helpful when you're trying to you're trying to stop, go into that nosedive, you can't steer anymore. They're trying to remedy that by
Gets
making
rid of
it-
the sink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I understand, they've changed the system on the rear suspension so it's a little stiffer, so you can actually have bags. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to fully load your bike, it's still always a good idea to replace your rear suspension
course, yeah.
on almost any bike.
Especially with the passenger too. If you double up
yeah, if you're-
constantly with saddlebags, you definitely want to get your link switch.
Yeah.
You want to get the suspension readjusted.
Yeah, that's the first thing I do on all my KLRs.
Of course.
So that's, yeah.
Okay, now you have what year is your KLR?
This one's a 2010.
2010, beautiful.
Yeah.
Now this year we've got the white, which is brand new.
Yep.
And what other color schemes are available this year?
We got a green and we got a black.
The green and the black. I
Yeah.
really like the green and the black version.
Yeah, we got a black one at my shop right now.
All
we got
black?
all black. It's all blacked out, and it's we got freaking sweet rig. It's got big old steel saddlebags. We got the rad guards on it. We got an aftermarket skid plate, and we got a center stand, so it's easier to clean the chain. When you've got the bags on there, cleaning your chain's a bit of a pain because you're trying to lean down there on your own. It's kind of annoying, right? But
center stand's
you got to
a
do
nice
that
one.
after every ride. Makes it a little easier, right?
You should
Yeah.
should do that after every ride.
You should. I'm not saying
You should.
I always have.
If not, you'll have to come buy a new bike off Dimitri over here.
Oh yeah, I'll sell you one.
He'll be happy to. It's Spunkies, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's talk about now. Kawasaki's tried something. They spent a lot of money on one of the new bikes this year.
Yes, sir.
So let's go take a look at that one.
Absolutely.
So come on over, guys. We'll check out something else that's going on. Well, we'll start with the purple and we'll go to the green.
Cheers. You're right.
So this is the Vulcan.
Yes, sir. It's the Vulcan S.
So tell me about the Vulcan S.
Well, everything about it is essentially new. We've got except we have the motor from the Ninja 650, which kind of proven it's a pretty sweet little motor.
Yeah, it's a fun bike for sure.
We've thrown it into a cruiser, which they claim it's a cruiser, but from what what Bob said, is the head
more
of sales
sporty.
for Kawi Canada, he says it's a sport bike with a relaxed position.
Right.
He loves throwing the thing into corners. I haven't had the chance to ride it yet. But the real exciting thing about this bike is our Ergo Fit, I want to say program, I don't know what the proper lingo is,
Yes.
but essentially this bike right here, you can see on the here, up there, you see this is the
Fully
extended reach
adjustable.
model.
So fully-
Not adjustable, because adjustable means you can slide it, yeah?
Yeah.
So what it is this is a completely different seat, completely different foot peg system, and this has the same bars as that, but there's two separate types of bars.
Very cool.
So not adjustable, because adjustable, people think they can slide them.
slide it on the
But
fly.
let's be honest, slides always break.
Right.
Crap, it's a stupid idea.
So
right?
from the factory, they take your dimensions and
Yep.
they set up the handlebars, the pegs, and the seat.
Well, we do
to
that in the
best
shop.
fit- or you do it in the shop.
We
to
do that in the
best-
shop.
To best suit your ride.
Yeah.
Very
So,
cool.
Essentially, this one would be good if you're 6'1" and over. I'm only 6 feet, but I like to be in full recline. I like this ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the green one we've got over here.
I certainly like it a lot better in the green. That
Yeah, we got
Kawasaki
the
green.
color, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, growing up, I didn't learn colors. My dad would hold up a green card and go, Kawasaki. Hold up a blue one, Yamaha. That's
Right, yeah.
So,
Yellow
I see this.
BMW.
This is what I think, right?
Yeah.
This one, this is how they're actually going to come to the shop. They're going to show up with these parts on them, and then as a shop, you sit down and go, I kind of wish the foot controls were farther, but I kind of want the bars back closer. Then we throw those bars on, we throw those foot controls on, no added charge. That is just part of it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that's with the 2015.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's the first year for the Vulcan S.
Yes.
There is no 14 Vulcan S.
Now let's talk about some of the other bikes we've got going on over here.
Right on.
So tell me, this is something I'm not as familiar with.
This is something I'm very familiar with.
Tell me all about it.
Oh, this is our Conquerors 14 with the ABS. I rode the 2013 Conquerors to Calgary and back a little while ago.
Very cool.
And
Beautiful ride.
Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
As long as you don't go in the winter.
Yeah, no, we went in summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my advice. Just don't do it in the winter.
Although let's be honest, we got K-Track and ABS on this thing. You're
You're
fine, right?
You're fine in those passes.
Oh yeah. But no, for 2015, the new thing is we've got the seat again. We're changing the seat. The big thing is we've got the dual seam. They were bragging about that at the meeting last night.
Yeah.
But the seat is actually more comfortable. I mean, I had no problems with the old model, but plenty of people have complained introducing the new seats.
And they listened.
Yeah.
And they listened, so now we've got the new one.
Yeah.
So this is a great highway bike.
Oh my God, yes.
What would you primarily think the use for this would be?
I just generally love this bike in any way. Like, you get on the interstate, it's comfortable. You want to find some sort of B road, like, you're comfortable. You find twisties, this thing will flick into a corner just as well as most other bikes.
Really?
But you've also got your bags, but you've got this, you have the ZX14 motor under there, right? You've got one of the best engines ever conceived by man on a touring bike.
In second gear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, second gear you're already doing a $120, which you shouldn't do.
Which you shouldn't do, but you can.
Well,
you certainly can on this bike.
And you can on the Parksville bypass where the new speed limit's 120. But
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the dealer. I would never go more. How fast does this bike go? Well, I think the speed limit in Canada is 120.
well, if you
So
take
on
this
the
to a
street, I think it's 120. Yeah.
you take it to a track, or you give
Right.
it to someone who doesn't, mind going to prison for speeding.
Like our friend on Vancouver Island a couple years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Victoria guy.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
no,
You guys,
no.
by the way, you can check out the Victoria video. He gave us permission to put it up on our channel. So you'll see that classic
Totally
video
did.
up on there too.
Oh, that was out by Langford, eh? That was.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I've seen this bike go up to 250.
Oh!
And if I'm honest, I haven't taken it to 250 because
No.
at that speed, I'm kind of like, someone sees me, I'm in serious trouble.
It's just right off your
Right,
driver's
and-
license.
Yeah,
Just
I
game
kind
over.
of like a driver's license.
Yeah,
so,
it's nice to be able to do
Yeah.
this without having to run every time.
yeah,
Spencer likes his drive. You both probably like your driver's license more than me.
yeah. That's why I ride slower bikes, like a KLR.
KLR. Now, if there's one more bike that you think Kawasaki wants to show off this year, what do you think?
So, it's gotta be the new Versys.
Yeah, let's see that. Show
Yeah,
me.
check it out. So we got the Versys 650 and 1000.
Very cool.
Right? So we got the new Versys 1000. The major thing they're saying here is any street, anytime. Which, I mean, yeah, if you live on the mainland here, lots of your roads are a lot nicer. You've got smooth pavement all the way. You come to the island or you go into the interior, you're going to hit a couple bumps. And honestly, there's nothing
Rolling bumps and pit holes and dives and curves.
Yeah, I mean, you can handle them. You can take a ZX14 on them just fine, but you are going to have a sore derriere.
right.
So-
And some of those routes, putting those sections,
Oh,
raising
yeah.
those sections of the road, you might.
Oh, yeah, and
You
you
might
hit-
not have as much fun on some of those bumps.
You hit those in the corner on a nice long sweeper, and all of a sudden you're, oh my God, right? Yeah, oh yeah.
It
So
happens.
the idea is you got your long travel suspension, so it's essentially it's your upright kind of bike. Sorry, I'm not going to throw my leg over just because
No
I
worries.
can't.
No worries.
The new model obviously it's a full facelift from the old model. The windshield is, I believe it was taller. They've changed something on the
Yes,
windshield.
they've certainly made that shorter.
Yeah, well they've just
But
the whole,
it's
the whole
adjustable
face
as
is
well.
the whole face is different. Oh yeah, it's
So it looks like you can slide it up on the
yeah, so
fly.
I mean, on the fly, but it's yeah, come on. Yeah, there you go. But it's got the little rubber stopper so you can actually find the right spot for you, right? Let's see, they've got the frame. Frame is based on the Z1000 frame loosely again because of the suspension. It's got to change a lot.
Yeah.
And they've stiffened up the subframe on this, and mainly the 650 was the old thing. You couldn't put a top bag and the saddlebags in the old 650.
Yeah.
Now they have stiffened it up so you can actually put a trunk and so on.
Overweight it.
Yeah, they've got the one key system for the bag, which is, I mean, at this point, if you don't have that, you're at a huge disadvantage.
Right.
Right.
Sure. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, and you said personally you have a few bikes, so let's quickly talk about the bikes you've got.
All right.
So let's talk about what was the first bike you ever got, and then what
out of 5 I have now, or
in general?
Oh, well,
very first one.
Very first bike was a
scooters count too.
Dirt bikes too?
Sure.
1994 Honda XR100.
Beautiful.
With duct tape holding the seat together, and
that was your old man's doing, I'm guessing.
That was his choice, but that thing started first kick after neglecting it for an entire winter. I didn't even know what fuel stabilizer was. Like, straight up, that was...
Winterization, you mean the shed?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
In the shed, right?
Yeah, so that's all I did.
So that's how you got started, was the off-road stuff?
Oh yeah, off-road. I've been doing off-road for 11 years. I've only been on the street for 6.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, that's...
So now you've upgraded, so now you're working at Spunky's.
Yes, sir.
So you're working in the Passion.
Yep.
And you've got 4 bikes, or 5 bikes?
5 bikes. Well, if you include my scooter, you're 5.
Okay, so what do you got?
We'll get the scooter out of the way.
Yep.
I don't remember the year because I don't care. It's a Yamaha C3 scooter.
Very cool.
And generally, because it looks like a beer cooler on wheels, it's pretty sweet. And that's strictly on Thetis Island because you don't need anything bigger than 49 cc's when you have only 10K a road.
Hey, listen, and I tell you, man, driving people's girlfriends home on a scooter is a lot of fun. I'd love to give you a ride, Brian, but...
But sorry, you're a little too heavy. Your girlfriend, however...
We won't make it up the hill. But we'll meet you there in an hour.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Give it an hour and a half. Come on.
So then, next step up, next biggest bike?
Next biggest bike?
Or next size up?
The next size up is my... this is my dirt bike. I got a KTM 300XC.
Oh, smoking bike.
2008. I've been riding that one since 2008, and I'll tell you right now. What's up? Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's the camera.
Yeah, 2008 KTM, and had it since 2008, since new. And every time I ride it, I still have to change underpants. It's still terrifying.
It's still terrifying.
You hit a rock. You're riding down the road. You hit a rock, and next thing you know, you hit the wrist kind of twitches, and your front tire's up in the air, and you're just like praying to whatever deity you choose. It's amazing.
It's coming back down.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Amazing. Okay, so next up from that?
I just finished restoring a 1986 SRX 600, Japanese import.
Yeah, very cool.
And that thing's... that is the smoothest single I've ever ridden in my life. 4-valve, 2 carburetor for a single cylinder.
They're just starting to do the 4 valves again.
Yeah,
that's coming back.
That thing is smoother than any bike I've ever ridden. Like twins, 4s, I don't care. It's next thing up is my 2010 KLR, which is the 3rd KLR I've owned. And then in May, I bought my dream bike. I've wanted it since 1996 when I was 4. And I just bought it in May. It's a 1996 Virago 1100 Special with the black and white two-tone.
Beautiful.
I got the bags. I got the windshield. Yeah, I drove that thing out. I drove it out to Kelowna, and even the Coquihalla, which is the most boring road on earth, even that was okay. That was fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you recommend it?
Man, if you want an old cruiser, Virago is a sweet ride.
Now, if you could have anything on the floor except for the H2.
I have one on order.
You're kidding.
I kid you not. My dad's a collector. I got the street model coming in next month.
Oh! So what Dimitri's trying to say is we're going to have to come do a little personal interview with him and his motorcycle collection later on.
If you want.
Oh, we certainly will.
Yeah.
So guys, we're down at the Kawasaki booth at the Abbotsford 2015 Motorcycle Show. This is Dimitri. He's here with Kawasaki and Spunky's. So hey, thanks for your time, Dimitri.
Hey, man, thanks for letting me go.
Thanks for your information, and we'll link it to all their websites in the description. Thanks for your time, my friend.
Right on, man.
Matt, keep the wheels up. Ride safe, and on that island, man, be careful. Watch out.
Heck yeah, dude.
Those bears will come out of nowhere.
The deer.
The deer will get you. Okay, cheers.
Thanks for watching our great interview with Dimitri and Kawasaki. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and watch the rest of our 2015 Motorcycle Show interviews. Thanks for checking out Motorcycles Vancouver. See you at the next Motorcycle Show.